2 years. I was in that foster care house for 2 years. The reason why I decided to open up and speak about my life and do this documentary was because I want to be the voice for a lot of people out there in general. It could be males, females, in general. Like, it's, to me, as well, it's like an escape, my freedom. I've always thought I was free, according to me. But the older you get, the more things you realize. And there's things that trigger you. I'm not that same little 7-year-old girl. I'm not that Rosie no more. I'm a grown woman. And I want everybody to know and have confidence and to love themselves, to have confidence in themselves, to love themselves, to accept themselves, because at the end of the day, it's not their fault. It wasn't our fault. When you start, you're growing and you're getting older, and then you see those situations and you open your eyes to things, and you're like, oh my God, that happened to me. But at that moment, it felt bad, but at the same time, I wasn't able to say it because you were scared. But why am I scared now? Where's that person? Why would you let that individual take over your life? It was October 28th that my mom was going to pick us up. She was going to go get us and take us home. Oh my God, cuando escuché la voz de mi mamá, I woke up, Letty. Letty, mommy's here. Mommy's here. I just got Letty and I ran and I hugged her and le dijo, Mommy, por favor, llévalos. Take us home, please. Me quiero ir. The day I was picked up from the foster care, it's a feeling that I cannot explain. It's like I was born again. Like, I was happy. Like, I left everything behind. I even left my trauma. I even left the damage that was done there. I left it there in that second. My happiness came back, knowing that I was going to be back with my parents and my sister. I feel like that washed all the scariness I had inside, the fear. I felt like that washed all the fear away. I felt protected again. I felt like I was gonna be that same Rosemary going to the bars with her dad. But things happen. Unfortunately, after a year, my mom left my stepdad. And that's when I felt trapped again. My mom started drinking again. It was not her hitting on me. It's not what she was doing to me. It's just the words she said. Because I was already used to her hitting me, so it didn't really matter to me anymore. What mattered was the way she expressed herself of me, like telling me that she should have did what my real dad told her to do, to have an abortion. And now, like, that's why she mistreats me. That's why she hits me. That's why I feel like she don't love me, because she never wanted me since the beginning, you know? And that was the reason why I did this decision to run away at 14. I decided to run away. I called this ex-boyfriend I had, supposedly me, and I told him I wanted to run away. He's like, okay, come. And I did. I bought a bus ticket and I left. I got to Compton with this man 10 years older than me. I was 14, he was 24. I'm like, it's gonna be better here. I'm gonna be able to do what I want. I'm gonna work. Work, okay, guys? 14-year-old. Where am I gonna work? My God. I was doing great with this man. I should have gone back home. I should have. Because December was where my life changed again. During this transition I was living with my boyfriend, one of his relatives tried to be with me, and obviously I wouldn't let him. I stayed quiet. Biggest mistake of my life. So it was a couple days before Christmas. They were drinking. Well, he was under the influence of alcohol, and that was the first time he put hands on me. Because I was already used to my mom hitting me, like if I did something bad, why'd I even do it, you know? So I was used to it. So I'm like, maybe I got punished for not saying something. And I just left it like it was normal. But then I was like, I felt like I didn't want to be there no more. And I told him I can go to my aunt's. I have my aunt, mi tia Rosa, que vivía in Compton. I wanted to go with her. And he's like, yeah, go. I'll take you. Like that. Like he was ready to get rid of me. But guess what? I left his house with a gift in my tummy. I was pregnant. I don't know how many months I was. Me telling my boyfriend that we were going to have a baby, he was going to change, I was going to go back home, and everything's going to be okay. He came to pick me up, and I told him I am pregnant. He's like, what? Yes. How many months are you? And I told him. He's like, okay. Hasta eso. He didn't say it's not mine. He didn't say he was not going to take care of it. He's like, okay, just took it. He'll come and visit me with my aunt. He'll go, and even he'll help me with the bills. He'll give my aunt money. He was responsible. We're okay for a while. I felt like I was doing great. I stayed home with my son. He'd go work. He'll come back. I was a full-time housewife and mom. But he had an addiction as well. He was an alcoholic. He was a woman's lady, and I had to put up with it. I had to put up with it because keep in mind I was only 15. I had nowhere else to go. But every time he was under the influence, he'll get aggressive. And he'll leave on the weekends, and he wouldn't come back maybe until Sunday or Monday, where he'll come back with, marks on his body, and I will ask him. And for him not to give an explanation, he just put hands on me. When I decided to leave him, he didn't accept it. He didn't want it. And that's when hell raised loose. He became another person besides of what he was doing. I guess like he couldn't manipulate me no more. He couldn't sweet talk me no more. That's when I felt something just jumped on me. I was in the fetal position, and I felt somebody just jump on me sideways and started hitting me, punching me, and I was scared. I was like in my sleep, I was like, what's going on? And the more I moved, the more I will get wrapped in the sheets. Like I felt suffocated. I felt like I couldn't get my air. Like I felt so, like I was numb, but I knew that I had to be moving. Like I didn't know what to do. That's when I heard his voice. And he said, Rosa Maria, ¿con quién te fuiste? And I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? I was like, I can't. It's you. What are you doing? I called him by his name. I said, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And that's when he moved the sheets off of me, and he just started hitting me like if I was a man. And I was just feeling the punches coming to me. And when he stopped, I looked at him and I was like, in my head, like, why are you doing this? But when I saw his face, it wasn't him. Like, I know it wasn't him. Unfortunately, he decided to do other things with himself, you know, like, and once again, I'm not justifying, but I just know who I was married to and who he chose to be at times. Yeah, I think my trauma did allow the domestic violence. As I repeat myself, I didn't feel no value to myself. And the person I was with at first, he will scream in my face that I wasn't valued, like I wasn't a woman, because I didn't give my virginity to him. That I was used, that I was dirty. And that's why I deserved the way he was. That's why he couldn't be with me. That's why I couldn't be that wife that he wanted. So I really thought I deserved what he gave me, because I was dirty.
Mi nombre es Nemesio García Calderón y soy esposo de Rosemary Céspedes. Yo la conocí en un lugar de baile y lo que me llamó la atención fue su cabello. Ella piensa que no, pero sí.
You don't tell me that all the time. It's because we know the truth.
It's the truth. You're lying.
Que realmente te llama la atención.
Bueno, en realidad fue el trasero.
There you go. His self-love and his self-integrity. That's what I loved about him. Not all men have it. And I don't want to offend nobody, but it's really hard to find that man that has self-love and his self-integrity, because that showed me that he has respect for himself. And I know if he respects himself that much, I was going to get that same kind of respect and integrity of the love that he can give me and offer me. When did I feel safe to tell him about my past? As surprising as it's gonna sound, when I decided to do this documentary, I mentioned things here and there. I would tell him little things because I felt like I needed to bring it out a little bit, just for the reason I didn't want him to feel that he wasn't attracted to me. I didn't want him to feel that I didn't want to be with him. Because a lot of little things that he would do that would trigger past relationship, that which wasn't a wrong way, but still I would just lash out little things that I felt like, oh, he's becoming that other person, you know? And honestly, it took a big toll in our romance. It really did. And it got to a point that he felt very unwanted. Yo siento que él se sentía que yo no quería estar con él, you know, físicamente, y comencé a decirle poco a poco cosas pequeñas, because I felt very dirty. And me sentía sucia, o sea, no quería estar con él, sentía que él no se merecía una mujer como yo, you know?
Yo me sentí como no diferente, sino que simplemente todo lo que ella ahorita está, lo que está grabando, muchas cosas de ahí no sabía yo. No sé si a ella le daba pena decírmelo o no sé, pero al final de cuentas no me va a afectar para nada nuestra relación. A lo mejor ella no me quería contar con detalles lo que le había pasado, pero como yo digo, su pasado ahorita es mi esposa y su pasado es su pasado. En realidad no me afecta nada de lo que haya pasado porque ahora sí se puede decir, abusaron de ella. No fue algo que ella lo provocó. Simplemente, pues estuvo en el lugar equivocado. Para mí eso, pero no me afecta a mí en nada. Al contrario, yo creo que tengo una mujer, ahora que la estoy viendo, es mucho más valiosa porque fue capaz de platicar parte de su vida y yo creo que para ella es muy difícil platicarlo porque ah, tiene que como que recordar otra vez lo que le pasó para, para poder expresarse en realidad cómo pasaron las cosas. Y para mí, yo pienso que para ella es muy difícil platicarlo y acordarse de lo que le pasó.
How did you work through those triggers?
Um, Miraba las cualidades. I worked through these triggers through seeing the quality of love that he gave me. Miraba que me respetaba. He respect me. He treat me with kindness. He never brought my past where we met together. He did everything to make me happy. And he learned how to love my scars and my bruises before me. Con eso, Ken aprendió a amar mis cicatrices y mis moretes antes que yo. Me enseñó mucho. It taught me a lot about myself. And he really taught me what self-love was. Because I see it in him and I'm like, how is he doing it? ¿Cómo le hace? ¿Cómo hace para tener ese amor propio, you know? And with his integrity. But it was hard. It was hard. The switch for me was my daughter's birth. When I gave birth to her and I saw him there with me. That he no me dejó sola. He didn't leave me by myself. He was there with me. Something I never had. And I wasn't scared for the first time, you know, becoming a mom again. Que tenía su apoyo. Ahí estaba él 24/7. Desde que I told him que I had the first contraction, he was there with me. He made sure I was okay. He put on my shoes, something I never felt before. He put me in the car. He helped me out. It's a beautiful feeling, you know, to have that man there with you. And make sure I was okay. Like I had pain. Are you okay, mommy? Like, are you okay, baby? Yeah, I'm okay. And he'll see me, and I look at him, and I saw how his face, like saying, so worried, you know. What if something happens? ¿O qué va a pasar con ella? And me agarraba la mano y yo se la agarraba y me decía, ¿estás bien? Luego, no me toques. You know how we are in pain, but that's what triggered me. Que mi pasado si no le afecta a él, ¿por qué me va a afectar a mí?
What was one of the worst things he did to you?
What if you guys know?